Hi, everyone, and welcome to the E-commerce Impact podcast. Today, I've got a very esteemed member of the Webtopia team here to talk to us all about email marketing for Black Friday. Mo Magdi is our lead email marketing strategist, our Clavier Rezo expert, and he's here to talk you through everything that you need to have in place to ensure a really successful Black Friday and peak period this year, 2023, which is going to be an interesting one. So Mo, welcome along to the podcast. It's great to have you here. So first question for you. I guess we were chatting off air just before the episode about how brands probably think, they're going to send an email teasing the offer and maybe an email on the day that the sale launches, maybe an email on the last day. And that's their email strategy in a nutshell. And you believe that there's actually a lot more that should go into an email campaign for Black Friday in order to ensure a real success with it. So do you want to break down for us what you would be doing if you were in full charge of the email campaigns for a brand in the lead up to Black Friday?
Sure. Most brands kind of think of it this way. The thing is that it's more than that because it's not a one-time event. It's actually a marathon, not a sprint. It should start as early as October, but since we're kind of launching this episode probably in early November, so maybe you think that you don't have the time to complete all of the stuff that we'll be talking about, but if you have the opportunity to start as early as October, because it's going to make sure that you leverage Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Thanksgiving, and all of that holiday season, like your biggest sale at this time at the year next year and the year after. So it actually creates repeat customers as well. So we would start actually by thinking of that more than 65% of shoppers tend to shop before Black Friday. So the first step would be actually creating a campaign to shop early before the rush of Black Friday, to enjoy the holiday season maybe stress free with your family. So you can frame it this way. But yeah, this is like the most important step. Start as early as possible, even before saying anything about Black Friday deals. Just make like a small offer. It doesn't have to be huge for people who want to shop before the holiday season. So this is the first step, and actually would be you can take this campaign as an opportunity to kind of offer an option for all subscribers that you'll be sending this campaign to opt out of other future BFCM offers, because it makes sense.
So how are you allowing them to do that? Where's that prompt or trigger coming from? Is that an email you're sending offering to opt them out, or is that a pop-up on the site?
Sure. So the option to opt out would be within this campaign. Probably you want to be sending this campaign to all of your subscribers. Of course, try as much as possible to exclude bounces and people who have been unengaged lately, who people have purchased in the past kind of maybe 15 days, because it doesn't make sense to send them a campaign saying buy again and you just bought in the last 15 days. So this would not be a section at the campaign, maybe at the mid or at the end, maybe with a headline: do you not want to receive any BFCM offers? And then maybe a body text and then a CTA, which the CTA would direct them to a subscribe page, and the subscribe page should be to a list, and this list should be BFCM opt-outs. And then you can exclude this list from all your future campaigns once you opt into this list.
This is radical. So what are the benefits to the brand for doing this?
Sure. So one of the biggest benefits of Black Friday is revenue, big revenue, like more revenue than other months. But also there is a disadvantage because you're sending too many emails to too many people. So your deliverability may be at risk at this point. So doing this actually ensures that during this time, people who receive your emails will not unsubscribe or kind of report you as spam and stuff like that. And actually shows your subscribers that you care about them, you care about their inbox. And so even if they don't want to opt out, it will give them like the expectation, hey, if they're not rushing me, they're just trying to show me the deals. Even I didn't opt out myself. So Why would I unsubscribe even if I received like 10 emails in Black Friday? They told me before,
Yeah.
they were trying to kind of be honest about it, and yeah.
So that's awesome. So you're suggesting, just to recap on that, so we're sending a small offer that goes out, like maybe it's 5% off or 10% off certain lines, maybe around the 1st of November, so 2 or 3 weeks before the bigger sale happens, offering people the opportunity to shop before the actual event happens. And where the kind of urgency, I guess, you're creating around that, something like, while all the stock is still here, get in early so before we run out, that kind of thing. And then around that time as well, you're sending out an email to all your subscribers, has the sole purpose of giving them the option to opt out of Black Friday.
Yes, and it can be both can be in one campaign. It doesn't have to be separate campaigns actually, because it makes sense to have them with the same messaging. This is the offer for people who want to shop before Black Friday, and here's the option also to opt out if you want to opt out.
Yeah, cool. And you mentioned deliverability, so I just want to touch on that super quick. So in the lead up to dropping your major offer, your Black Friday weekend offer, what are you doing kind of around this period to ensure you will reach people's inbox later on? Is there anything brands can be doing to ensure better deliverability further down the line?
Sure. So better deliverability comes with better engagement. So the way you kind of warm up your reputation to be kind of ready for blasting an entire list through Black Friday, you need to make sure that, like, let's say in October and September and October, make sure you're sending your campaigns to the most engaged segments only. So engaged maybe in the last 90 days, last 180 days, according to the brand. Sometimes some brands have like long sales cycles, some have short cycles. So I would suggest last 90 to last 180 days, clicked or opened or active on the site. And this is kind of the most important that you can do before Black Friday. During Black Friday and those sending those campaigns, just make sure that you're not sending also all emails to the entire list. Maybe if we're going to talk through other campaigns, but maybe just the first campaign always entire list, and then the couple of other campaigns after that to the engaged, and then if you have another thing coming up, maybe Cyber Monday, then one to the entire list and the other campaigns to the most engaged. So think of it as this way: always the most engaged get you the best engagement, but some of the unengaged people who kind of receive emails will engage at some point. So what you kind of you're hoping that a mega deal like Black Friday or a Cyber Monday can get them off this kind of wagon from unengaged to engaged. So that's why you kind of want to make sure that you have an entire list for at least a
Sure.
month.
And is it worth doing things to kind of engage your list that aren't to do with like shopping or sales, more like getting them to like fill out a poll or guess the offer or respond to you with telling you what they want to go on offer, anything to get them to engage to improve deliverability? Or is that
It's not a bad advice actually. It's called kind of finding other ways to engage your subscribers, but this depends on the brand, so there is no one size fits all. For some brands, their own products can be engaging if they are framed in a better way. For example, if you have like an educational books kind of thing and you want to kind of send an engaging campaign, it doesn't have to be purely content. It can be like you can talk about maybe game-based learning at first and then just feature the books. This would kind of get the engagement to be higher.
so? We've sent the pre-campaign, we have engaged the list, we've got the hopefully hitting the inbox, we've got people excited or opted out, or those who don't like Black Friday. What's next?
So right now you need to set the stage for the Black Friday. So we've sent to people who don't kind of want to shop through Black Friday. So let's set the scene for Black Friday. First step is kind of changing your sign up forms to kind of reflect Black Friday. Sign up forms meaning this pop-up that you have on the website that's collecting emails, which maybe has an offer of 10% off or maybe a free guide or something like that, and you're offering this for exchange for people's emails. So it would be wise at this point to change the messaging and the CTA and the kind of the image to be all about Black Friday. So maybe it would be our biggest sale ever is coming. Sign up for early access or something like that. So Why do we do that? Because you're going to be having a traffic spikes at this point, and you don't want to kind of just leverage it for kind of the revenue side, also the email list size, and you're going to be collecting emails anyway. So a better hook, of course, would be leveraging what's going on right now, which is Black Friday, not just having your regular thing going on and then the other stuff going on. So it would not be congruent. So a good way also for to kind of implement this, having two versions, one for your non-subscribers and one for your subscribers, because you have people who have been on your list, but they also want to join the early access thing, and people who are not on your list who will be joining your list for the first time. So for people who are your subscribers, make sure that you are adding them to the early access as well, giving them this advantage, because it's not fair to just offer this for only one-time buyers. It's fair to offer them this first, the loyal ones. So it would be also wise to send a campaign at this time for your just customers, not subscribers, not for people who bought from you before, at least once. Just send them an email saying, hey, we wanted you to be the first to know that this is the early access kind of list if you want to sign up to it, and here is the benefits. Now, this benefits can vary from a brand to another. Some can offer kind of early offers, like maybe 50% of what they will offer over Black Friday, or maybe some brands have like 10 offers through they can offer through this time. So we choose like two for this period and maybe five for Black Friday and other three offers for Cyber Monday. So to spread them across. But anyway, just make sure that there is an incentive for people to kind of join this early access thing. It's not just having kind of this adding the email list, adding them to the email, and just sitting there for until Black Friday. No, just give them at least one incentive before Black Friday, like an early offer or something like that. So that's number two.
Yeah, I love that. So we're actually kind of like, it's a way of teasing people, getting people sort of like to get, it's, we think of in the sales process of getting lots of yeses before the big yes. So by them kind of opting in, they're psychologically saying, kind of, I'm opting in to shop with you, even though they're not actually promising that. I can see how psychologically it makes them more committed to the process. So that's really smart. That's awesome. And you're kind of teasing them, getting them excited. Okay, what next?
So next, we want to be thinking out of the campaigns area. You want to be thinking about flows, because also one of the kind of biggest mistakes that brands make during Black Friday is not updating their flows to reflect Black Friday deals. So you don't have to make major updates. It's actually small updates. One of the most important updates is just kind of keep away any discounts that you have on any flow. Some people have discounts on the checkout flow, a checkout abandoned flow. Some have on the site abandonment and also the welcome series. Just make sure that to replace any offer at this time with a Black Friday deal. So what you need to do, just duplicate those flows, like for example, abandoned checkout, site abandonment, post purchase, and welcome series, and the duplicated version will be used during Black Friday. So after Black Friday, you can get back to normal. But this duplicated version should be kind of do not have any other discounts other than your Black Friday. Like for example, if you have a 10% off on your welcoming series, take that off, even if if you think, hey, I should keep the 10% off while everything is going on. No, it's gonna it's gonna make everything a mess. So you will find people reaching out, hey, what's the discount code for this? What's the discount code for that? And we tried using two discounts that didn't work. And as much as you can to make that clear in your messaging, but it's not actually clear in terms of strategy. So it will make some problems for you in the long run. So update your flows first, like
Yeah.
remove the offers, and also one other thing for updating flows, shorten the time delays, because people have high intent at this time. So try to catch them as soon as possible. So for example, abandoned checkout first email usually goes out after 1 to 4 hours. Make it 30 minutes. And the same for the other emails. So yeah, that's the part of
Love that. So I had a little tip to add to the mention about offer discount codes. I would recommend brands to disable all of their discount codes that they might have kind of, in Shopify. You often have a whole lot of legacy old ones that might be sitting on voucher sites, etc. So you don't want any code to work apart from the discount that you have live. Otherwise, people will try and double dip and either they'll be successful in double dipping or they'll be annoyed that they can't. So better to just not have them working. And then, yeah, I had a tip to add on the post purchase, the flow speed. I totally agree with that. The other thing an advice that I've always given people is like the post purchase flow that you're running around the holiday period should also be kind of shorter and quicker, because say someone could conceivably buy with your Black Friday deal for the first time as a test, and then they might decide to buy a whole lot more for their family. So the post purchase flow should kind of prompt that repurchase at this time of year. And also could be, you might agree, or maybe you have something to add, more focused towards gifting versus self purchase. So where the rest of the year you're assuming most people are buying for themselves, at this time of year it's more likely you want to plant that seed of like, why don't you buy this for your auntie, or why don't you buy multiples and give them to all the family? So planting that seed for people about gifting, but also changing your flow to have that gifting focus at this time of year. So beyond Black Friday, kind of post Black Friday, trying to get people to buy again before the end of the peak season. Would you add anything to that? Do you agree?
Yes, I totally agree, and it would be great if you, in the post-purchase sequence, just mention last days for delivery to receive the orders before Christmas. Do not
Yeah.
tell them to order, just mention the deals and the upsells and the cross sells that you have from the BFCM deals, and
Yeah.
let them know the times of the last day delivery. That's it. They would know when to order, and they would feel like you're also kind of respecting their wish of to kind of, if they have something to gift for someone else, then you know what time to kind of, what's the due date for this. So yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And okay, so and now we've sorted out the flows, we've cleaned up the codes, we've got everything sped up and everything's ready to go. Are we now into the actual Black Friday weekend? What's the strategy here?
So it's Black Week. So it's not now. It's not like before. It's not like just Black Friday. So we'll have Black Friday, Thanksgiving, and the weekend between them, and then Cyber Monday. So it really depends from a brand to another. I want to kind of stress this as much as I can, but if you have like more than one offer, not just a single offer, then you have an opportunity to be kind of different in each email and have something more new to say. But if you have a single offer, then you'll be kind of a little bit limited. If you're probably your product catalog is not that large, so you wouldn't have too many things to say. But here is the most essential dates that you need to think of at this time, and think of your brand and what you can do, because it actually depends on the brand itself. But the dates are the day before Black Friday, and during Black Friday, send two campaigns, one in the AM and one in the PM. Don't just think about it. I'm gonna be sending just one email per day for this week. No, for Black Friday, send two emails, one in the AM and one in the PM. Yes, and the day before Black Friday, this is the day to send the early access. So maybe the same Black Friday email that you'll be sending to people, but for people who signed up to the early access or to your VIPs as well. And here you can also, if you
Can
have
I
an
ask a quick question
sure, sure, go ahead.
about the early access? What's the mechanism with that with Shopify? Is it usually like a code that works from that day, or is it a set part of the site where there's a discount? How do you typically advise brands to execute the early access?
Sure. So early access should be with a discount code for sure, because you can actually decide who kind of can know about this discount code and who shouldn't know. So it's all about the segmentation in this campaign. So you made sure to send this email to people who just signed up for the early access, or from your VIP kind of segment. VIP here, you can define it whatever way you want, who placed an order more than 3 times, or just has a value of orders maybe more than $1,000, or whatever your kind of benchmarks for VIPs. But yeah, it's all in your segmentation. So within this campaign, you tell them, hey, here is the early access discount code, and you know that only those people received it now. So if they bought it this day, it's coming from them.
Awesome.
And then you need to kind of think about Cyber Monday. So also early access to Cyber Monday, two campaigns at Cyber Monday day, and then a Cyber Monday last chance, or it could be a holiday season last chance, and not just Cyber Monday. The thing is that it depends on your offers, but you don't have to be always discounting. You can be leveraging other areas of your business to kind of empower Black Friday. How, for example, if you have a loyalty points program, you can say, hey, for only the, and you just have a single offer. So you're just stuck on the number of campaigns and the how you can differentiate the campaigns. So on Black Friday, you just laid out this single offer like for 4 times, and you think people are sick of it and you want something new on Cyber Monday. So you can just tell them on Cyber Monday, instead of getting 1 point for every dollar you spend, maybe get 3 points for every dollar you spend, and just lay out what this could be in terms of like just one item of your catalog. Just show them the value. This could be your offer. Your offer could be, okay, during Cyber Monday, we're going to be donating, instead of just planting one tree for order, we're going to be planting 2 trees per order. And if you want to help us kind of do it this way, all orders happening through Cyber Monday will having this kind of contribution. So you can be different, and you can kind of stand out, but you don't have to be discounting all the way to the end. So,
That's a great tip. Yeah. I think being creative about, whether it's buy one, get one free or gift with purchase or some kind of other benefit. The key is to just have something that spurs people to take urgent action.
just one last thing, just to kind of close the curtains. So there is this campaign that you can send early December, which can have the last day for delivery, but can also be mentioned as, did you miss Black Friday, Cyber Monday? Just have like a medium offer, not huge, not small. And make sure that in this campaign, you're sending to people who received Black Friday emails but did not buy. So if anyone bought during Black Friday, do not send them this campaign. This is not good to send them this one. So just make sure to segment those people out. It can be, did you miss BFCM? It can be framed as last day for Christmas, but make sure that you're mentioning both in the campaign, but the main frame can be whatever fits your brand best.
Amazing. Yeah, that's such a great idea. And the beauty of a system like Klaviyo, and we're not being paid to say this, is that ability to segment so definitively. And, whether people have opted in or out of iOS 14, etc., when people buy from you, you have their contact details. So you're able to then segment your list accordingly and decide what to send people and ensure that you get the most sales you can out of your list, making people annoyed who have kind of thought they got the best offer and then now the offer's kind of arrived again. So really smart. Yeah. Love all those tips. So actionable and so doable. So everyone got your work cut out, lots more to do. Especially, I think what I found most interesting is that idea of like speeding up your flows, thinking about all of those emails that you're sending prior. The opportunity to have people opt out as well is such a smart move, because some people really do just find Black Friday really offensive and they really don't like it. And 2 emails a day during Black Friday weekend, don't be shy. I was recently signed up to a list of a big Chinese e-com brand, and I was getting 3 emails a day every single day, not for Black Friday, just every day. So that, not saying we should all be like that, but we're allowed to on Black Friday be a little bit more aggressive because all the other brands will too. So we believe in our products and we want to make sure we get them to people. So don't be shy on Black Friday or Black Friday weekend.
Yeah, and one last thing, if you have an SMS, use it for last minute call reminders or the early access VIP kind of campaign that we kind of set. So if you have an SMS list that you've been sitting on the entire year, now is the time to use it, but don't overuse it. Just maybe 2 SMSs through the entire period of the holiday season. One maybe for Black Friday and maybe one for the end of it, like the last call reminder for the holiday. That's it.
Yeah, SMS as well is really important. If you've been collecting it, you might as well use it. Love that. And I guess we don't usually kind of plug Webtopia too much on this podcast. We just want to educate and give value, but we do have a great email marketing team at Webtopia, which is headed up by Mo. And so if you are interested in having some help with some of your campaigns, then by all means, drop us an email. You can find us on our website, webtopia.co. And we do offer free mini audits as well. So if you want us to take a look at what you've got set up and give you a few pointers, we can do that. So get in touch and let us know what you thought of the episode too. Thanks for coming along, Mo.
Thanks for having me, Jesse.